Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Katelyn and I like to film eyeshadow palette, ranking, and review videos, as well as the occasional other content sprinkled in. So if you like indie makeup, if you like eyeshadows, if you like, I said eyeshadows, usually I say eyeshadow palettes. Let me try that again. Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Katelyn and I like to film eyeshadow palette, ranking, and review videos, as well as the occasional other content sprinkled in. For those of you that are new here, what? Why am I struggling? Oh my god. Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Katelyn and I like to film eyeshadow palette, ranking, and review videos, as well as the occasional other content sprinkled in. So if you like indie makeup, if you like eyeshadow palettes, if you like me, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button, because I traditionally post 2 videos every single week, and for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And when I say traditionally, I am about to have a baby, so I don't think I will be keeping up on 2 videos a week. Actually, I can say, not that I don't know, I know for certain I will not be keeping up on 2 videos a week, so we'll see what happens when that happens. But anyways, as of right now, it's 2 videos a week. So let's get into what I want to talk about today, which, as you can see by the title, is the Ensley Cosmetics Groovy Garden Palette. I do have a code with Ensley. It is KATELYNHOUSE. The code will save you 10% if you want to use it. And let's go ahead and get on into it. So for my reviews, I like to talk about just some information on the palette. So first of all, this is the box that it shipped in, and this box was inside of a cardboard box. So you've got double boxes happening. So this was inside of another box. Okay, but I kept this because I wanted to show off the packaging. I do think branded packaging is nice, especially when you pay more for shipping. I'm assuming that you're paying mostly for shipping, 1, like the actual cost of shipping, but 2, they want to keep the product safe, and since they have some special shimmers in here, they're boxing inside of boxes, and then they want to enhance the experience. They're giving you the branded packaging. Gosh, I cannot speak. But anyways, inside of the palette, you have the palette itself sitting inside of foam, and it's very nestled nicely in here. Anyways, let's look at the packaging. The box that it came in is the same packaging, and it's super reflective. Sorry, so it's reflecting my lights right now. But anyways, we have mica and talc as ingredients in the matte shades, and I don't see those as ingredients in the duochrome shades. Cruelty-free, 12-month open container. I do believe all palettes from Ensley are manufactured in China. I think it says that on their site. There is no information on the back of the palette to say where it's made, but I'm almost positive in their FAQ on their site it says that all of them are made there. The net weight is 23.1 grams, which is also 0.82 ounces, and you do have 21 shades. Before we get into the shades, I do just want to show the actual packaging. That was the carton sleeve. You don't have the eyeshadow ingredients on the actual palette itself. It's just on this carton, but I don't know if you need to know the ingredients. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyways, here is the palette, and here is the back of the palette, and these actually, the ERs right here are raised. So that is that. And oh no, I just got some shimmer on here. Now let's look at the inside of the palette, although I'm sure you've seen it at this point. So we don't have a mirror, but we have this picture up at the top here. And here is the 21 pan color story. You have 14 mattes, and then I believe they list them as 7 duochromes, but I want to say one of these shades is, I mean, maybe they're duochromes and not multichromes. I was thinking Lava Lamp was a multichrome, but it kind of looks like, it goes like red-green. I feel like there's orange in there. I feel like that might be a multi-chrome. Anyways, let me just pull it up. On the back of the palette, it says that they are the duochrome ingredients, but on their site, they say it's 5 sparkling multi-chromes, including 1 holochrome and 2 duochromes. So there are multi-chromes in here. So this one I think for sure is a multi-chrome. I would say Trippy looks like a multi-chrome too. And then I'm not sure about the rest. I haven't swatched it yet, so I think I'd know it better there. But yeah, this palette is $69 full price. You can use anybody's code to get a discount. I will say I did use earnings I have from the affiliate program to purchase this palette. So I paid $0 for this palette. I only paid for shipping on it. So yeah, just wanted to give full disclosure on that. And thank you all for supporting me by using my code whenever you do. I really appreciate it. It helps me to continue to buy products from the brand and continue to review them for you all. Anyways, let's go ahead and do a look. Typically, I like to do multiple look videos, but I am currently, as I'm filming this, 39 weeks and 2 days pregnant. So I don't want to commit to doing a multiple looks video and then not be able to post this video because, you know, something happened, you know? So we're just going to do a look. I do have a series on my channel that is my makeup diaries where I don't film the tutorial of the look, but I do show the looks. And if you are interested, you can keep an eye out for that. And then I'm sure other looks with this palette will show up there. So I have to say, I was so intrigued by this palette just based on the matte color story alone. I just thought this looked so freaking pretty. And then the shimmers look nice too, don't get me wrong, but just the matte color story looks so nice. And I do feel like Ensley Rain has a really nice matte formula. I know we talk about how, and I mean like the beauty community talk about that uses the brand, talks about how amazing their shimmers are, but really their mattes are really good too. So I don't know what I want to do as far as a look with this palette. Part of me wants to do an all matte look. Is that weird? Maybe. I think I'm going to go for all matte, and then if I want to add a shimmer in, we can. But it's going to be a mostly matte look. I think that's what I want to do. That's what's calling to me. That's what's speaking to me. If you're curious, I am wearing the Nicole Luxe wig from Chelsea Smith Crowns. That's what this is. I tried it on over on TikTok, but I had it as a side part, and I said it was like big old Texas girl hair because it was a lot. I middle parted it and then heat combed it down a little bit, and also these clips are helping to bring down some of that volume a tiny bit, but I really like the wig overall. I think I'm going to start with the shade Bliss in my crease because I kind of want to go for these more mustardy yellow tones, and I feel like this is more neutral, so it won't compete with that. Okay, I just had like a momentary freak out because like right along my lashes is like really pink, and I was like, what? Like, what? Do I have an eye infection that I'm not feeling? And do I need to stop like immediately so I don't have to waste this palette? But then I remember, and then I was like, it's not staining. And then I went, oh, I did a bright pink eye yesterday, so it is staining. So I'm okay. But that was really scary for a second. So next up, I want to take the shade Good Vibes, which is this mustardy shade down here. It has been calling to me. And this palette on their site, they do say is inspired by the late 60s, early 70s vibes, which I can totally see in the color story. It was really this like whole chunk right here that I was like, oh yeah, that's where I want to go. So we're going to go into Earthy Ember, which is down here. Also, I think the mushroom imprints on the pans are so cute. Next, we're going to go in with Hazy Dreams down here. Mustards with like a burgundy tone is one of, if not my favorite, my favorite color combination ever. Now I want to cut my crease. I'm trying to decide what I want to cut my crease with. I'm going to use my Made by Mitchell color case. I don't know what the name of this one is, but it's the neutral one. And I feel like the shade Creamsicle, maybe not Creamsicle. Let's go Coconut, this one right here. Okay, so the shade I want to pack over this is Free Thinker, which is the very light cream shade. And don't worry, we're going to blend this all together and create like a nice, you know, seamless blend of the mattes. So then we go back in, and I think I'm going to start with Good Vibes, which this was the brush we used with Good Vibes. So I'm going to go back in with that just to sort of blend from that really light shade Free Thinker into the oranges and burgundies. But I'm totally getting like 70s couch from this color. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to end up adding anything. I just feel like that's so pretty. I love how those blended into each other. I'm also just using my finger to help blend a little bit more, but I love that gradient. Part of me is like, do I do maybe like a multi-chrome wing? Decisions. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is finish up all the work I did on this eye. We're gonna do it on this eye. I'll do my base and we'll come back for lower lash line and, you know, any finishing touches. Okay, I'm back sooner because I decided I wanted to do Dig It, this dark brown, and just do like kind of a smoky wing because I think I am just gonna commit to the all matte look. I just really like it. And I feel like it's a little bit different than what other creators have done with this palette. So I feel like it gives you more look inspiration and also makes my brain happy. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is just very kind of messily, like I'm not trying to make this like a perfect wing. I just want to add additional depth out here. Is there even a noticeable difference? There is. I feel like there you can see the depth at the lash line. But yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna finish everything I said earlier. We will maybe add a shimmer to the inner corner, but for the most part, I think I'm just gonna keep this the same because I really like this look. I am sad to add a shimmer because I really like how this look turned out, but I'm gonna do it. So I swatched 3 of the lighter shimmers on the back of my hand. I think this one's gonna be a duochrome, but I feel like these are multichromes. You're not gonna be able to see all the shifts in camera, but this is the shade Moonchild, Jazzed, and Retro. I just was like, which one do I want? And I think I'm gonna have to go Moonchild. That's the lightest of all of the shimmer shades, and I don't want to risk having something like make the like really light like cream shade look funky. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I actually like that better. Okay, I am glad I did that. I changed my mind. It was worth it. It's so funny. I always do an all matte look and then I will add shimmer in some capacity, and I always like it better with just like a hint of shimmer. But I think that's pretty much it. I think that's gonna be the look. So I just need to do lips, lashes, and then take my hair down that's getting a little crazy. And yeah, I'll show you the finished look. And then I'll give you my first impressions thoughts of this palette, although I've used this brand a lot, so I can just give you kind of like my overall thoughts in comparison to some of their other palettes. So it's like slightly better than like first impressions of a brand I've never tried before, but it's not, I haven't done, and I've used one shimmer on the inner corner. So let's just be clear on that. Here we go, finished look. I really, really like it. This is the look that came to mind for me when I first saw the palette. I just knew I wanted to play with those mattes. Now, to be fair, I did not envision necessarily the inner corner, but I feel like it really made it. I really like this. Anyways, let's talk about my first impressions. So first of all, I just want to talk about the packaging. I appreciate, one, that this has magnetic pans. Also, before I move further, I know every time I share like my thoughts on magnetic pans or mirrors, there's always people in the comments that want to say like, no, it doesn't matter. All that matters is the eyeshadow quality. And for you, that might be the case. I like, I just hear that meme where she's like, it's my opinion. Anyways, so I'm just going to share my opinion. So my opinion is that I appreciate that the pans are magnetic, so I can move things around or move it in, use it for a BYOP. I like that. I do feel frustrated by the fact that there is no mirror, just because I typically like to be able to go, especially like a look like this where I'm going back and forth between mattes. It's easier for me to hold this open and like look at the same time, whereas otherwise, if there is no mirror, I have to have it down here and I have to hold a mirror, and then it's just not as convenient. Is it impossible? No. It's totally possible. I obviously did my makeup no problem. So it's not like having no mirror isn't a make or break for me, but it is something that annoys me. So there is that. The cost of the palette. So it's $69. So I believe that works out to about $3.29 per shade, which is not bad. And the only reason I call that out is because I feel like this brand in particular gets a lot of flack for their pricing. I know that this palette is like less expensive. Like this palette and Cold Moon, they've started to go a more matte heavy route to decrease the cost of the palette. But I don't know. It's just funny to me because I feel like they get a lot of flack, but there's other indie brands that like per shade cost more money. Anyways, so I just wanted to highlight that. And then you can use a code, obviously, to get 10% off. So makes it a little bit less expensive. But overall, I'm really happy with this. I do like the fact that it's this like random person on like what feels like a planet with lots of mushrooms. Like I don't really know what's happening here, but it's kind of like a cool vibe. I will say the lady's like a little bit creepy. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that's like kind of funky, but I kind of like it, especially in that it matches the inside of the palette. So first impressions thoughts. I think this might be my favorite Ensley Rain palette. I love Midwinter Dream, but I like the color story of this one a lot more. I feel like I have more versatility in it because I can go very neutral, all matte, or I can do a soft look with one of these shimmers, or I just think I have more possibilities because there's more mattes in here. So I really like this palette a lot. I like Cold Moon as well, but it all sort of leans in the same like gray family, and I just feel like I have so much variety in this that I really like it so far. The mattes blended absolutely amazingly. They really do have a great matte formula. I feel like it's actually underrated because we spend so much time talking about their shimmer formula, but I think they have an awesome matte formula. I felt like the shimmer that I used on the inner corner was beautiful. The 3 shimmers that I swatched on the back of my hand were super smooth, very sparkly, felt like their standard sort of shimmer formulas. I'm excited to play around with this a lot more. When I saw the color story reveal, I thought, ooh, I'm going to have that one because it looks right up my alley. So I'm really excited that I picked it up. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with it. I don't want to make any promises, but I do foresee this being a palette that works its way up towards the top of the rankings by the end of the year. I know we're only in March, but I just feel like that's what's going to happen. Anyways, that is it from me. Let me know what you think of this look, or if you decided to pick this palette up or not in the comments. You can also let me know your thoughts on on mirrors and magnetic pans for, like, you know, how you feel about it. That's fine. I just feel like that, like, if there's 2 things that I ever comment on that result in the majority of comments, it's those 2 things. But anyways, let me know what you think of, like I said, the look, if you picked up this palette or not, in the comments, and I will see you all next time. Bye!